I've created this game using Canva from scratch. So if you also want to learn how to create this game yourself and you use Canva, join me and see how it works. If you get to the end part of my video, you can actually see how to combine your quizzes that you've created on Canva with beautiful free typing games that are great for kids. Let's jump right in. To start off our creation of this game, we're going to use a presentation slide. And then we are going to pick a blank 16 by 9 so that we create the game. So my journey started with me asking the AI to give me beautiful prompts that I can use on Canva to create the game. So he gave me character prompts, he gave me background prompts, and then object prompts as well. When you scroll through, he even guided me on how I should go about selling the game. So we're just going to go ahead and create the game. It always starts with a background, in my opinion. So I don't want a classroom background. I just want to start with a farm for now. And then we can create even more games with the classroom and the cartoon slide with when the kids are playing on a slide. So I'm going to copy this prompt and I'm going to head back to Canva and I'm going to click on my Canva AI, take off the presentation and then select the create an image, and I want beautiful illustration, so I'll just change the prompt a little bit so that it doesn't have the words that Canva doesn't like Pixar style, and you should tell AI not to include this and make it an illustration. Okay, cool. So there's my prompt. I'm going to generate the image to see how my background looks like. Cool, I like them. So you can pick any one of these. I like this one with the sky. And once you've downloaded your background, you can edit over there, but we've already created a presentation. So I'm just going to add it to my presentation so that it is my background. Then you right click and you set it as an image. This is going to be throughout the game that we're creating together. Lovely. So I want to add text to this game of mine. So I'm going to press T for text, and I want to create beautiful text that's going to be catchy for the game. Okay, I've searched for kids or fun. I've got this kind of text. I like fantastic, and then you put the name of your game. So let's see, we want to call it, and we want to change the color. So we can go to color and pick a nice bright yellow. Always does well. And then you can put in the effect of your outline like a dark brown. Awesome. Then while we are at effects, we can just curve it a bit so that it borders the game beautifully when somebody opens it up and they are ready to play the game with us. Great stuff. Now we want a button so that people can press it to start playing the game. So we're going to go to button, go to our graphics and go find one of these nice shiny buttons that we can use, and then we can reduce it and make it smaller so that people can start playing the game. To create our characters, so I'm just gonna go copy this prompt, go back to my Canva AI, add my prompt over there, fix the Pixar style because it doesn't want that. So I replaced that with Hollywood's kids animation movie. We want a young African boy smiling, wearing colorful what. Okay, cool. Then we create and we see the character. He is beautiful. So let's create the little girl as well. They are so adorable. Oh my word. Love her and her. Okay, cool. Now we have characters. We're going to download them and we'll use the ones we want to use. I like him and him. These days we have tools like Nano Banana. Search for Gemini to find Nano Banana. When you click Gemini and you go to gemini.google.com, then you're able to access Nano Banana, where you could change a character's profile or what they're doing at that particular time to a different position, a different pose that you could use in your game or anywhere in your workflow. So if you click on try image editing, it's going to immediately add the banana image, meaning you're going to be editing the image. Then you're going to click on the plus button in order for you to add the image that you would like to edit, and then you could have different poses. So let's add this image that the little boy has a banana on hand, and then we want to have him have an orange, holding an orange or holding whatever it is that you would like to edit on the image. So whatever you want to change, you add it and then you click on submit, and then you wait for the tool to edit the image and you download it, and that's how you use your Nano Banana. It's such a godsend to our process when we're creating stories, when we're creating games like this one, because it's just amazing. Look at that. And it's done. You're going to click on download and then you add it to your game. And then we go back to our game. We want the main character to be added on there. So we're going to upload the images of the kitties, and then we decide who we want to be the main character. Even her background works, but we're going to edit and then remove the background, and then have her as our character. So our page 1 is done. Once somebody starts playing the game, then you need to put in rules of the game, and then you can start with the questions. The welcome and how to play. So on your second page, you can duplicate your text and then drag it to the second page, and then you could say welcome and how to play. This doesn't have to curve, so you're going to go back to your effects and make it, and you want to press R for your rectangle. Make the rectangle corners rounded so that you can add your beautiful rules in here. And then on our next page, now that we have our rules and we're aligning them and the kids can read them, so we're going to add links everywhere so that the start button goes to the next page, and the next page we're going to add a next button so that they can move on to the next button. I find things easy if you just duplicate what you already have and then you use that to help you with your design. It just makes things absolutely easier. So on this one, we're going to be asking them to click next in order for them to go to the next page. Next page, we are going to be then just asking them excited, are you ready? With a nice fun banner. So now we're starting to build our quiz. Canva has an app. If you go to your AI that can help you, you can actually build quizzes on Canva. So if you click on quiz on Canva, it does create quizzes, but it is not the format that we want to use. So because it's not looking right for a kids game, we're going to go to our apps and we're going to search for a quiz maker. There's a quiz maker that you could use. So you just click and you open it, and then it's going to generate the questions and answers for you, which are going to be very helpful with our game design. So now, the first thing that we want to create a kids game for fruit and veggies. And then you can put in the number of questions that you want. I think 10 is enough, especially because we're going to be adding a fun game at the end. So stick with me until the end so you see how we do that. And then you can choose the number of questions, choose the type or the choice type. I want the single type. And then you're going to click on generate the quiz. And then you wait. It will generate questions and answers for you to create this very easier. Cool. We don't want to edit to design, and we want to use the questions. So we click to add the questions. Now we're going to add a nice rectangle, and we're going to make it to look very, very pretty and beautiful. So we'll make it nice and huge and big so that the kids are able to read that. Then we add our question on top. So we go to the 3 lines and we go to layer, and we want to have it up front, and we want a nice kiddies font that's going to work for our game, like this one. This is More Sugar. It's a beautiful font that we can use. I like it, so I'm going to leave it at More Sugar and then create a color that's also bright and beautiful. I love yellow, but we can read that. Maybe orange. Oh, orange works. Okay, so I love this orange. I'm going to press C for circle and then have my options there. And then our options are carrot, apple, and cucumber. So Canva has beautiful 3D that you can use. So you just go and find what you prefer. Like this one. This is pretty gorgeous. This is something that kids will definitely recognize. So I'm going to click on the apple, click on the 3 dots, select the link in order for the system to take me to the correct page, which would be the next page, because on the next page is the correct answer for the apple. So I need to create a correct page and an incorrect page. After you've done that, you're basically done. You just repeat up until they get it right, or up until you're done with the 10 questions that you have created. So this page 5 is the correct. Page 6 would be the incorrect. So let me copy the image from page 5, paste it on page 6 because this one is correct, and then I can duplicate my text from page 1, head over to correct, make this nice and huge, and then add a character here who's biting the apple as a nice gesture. So we do the same so that we can add the try again here, because that's the incorrect one. And we'll add a sad face over there to show the character that they need to try again. So in terms of game creation, what you really need is a question, an answer, and a try again. So these slides, you're going to go to your grid view and you're going to repeat them. So you're going to select that slide, and that slide, and you're going to duplicate them so that you repeat this process with the questions that the quiz has given you. Check and make sure that all of my buttons go where they're supposed to be going, and then add animation on my game so that it's fun, and I add music as well. So in order for you to add animation on a slide, it's just easy to select a slide, go to animate, and then you can magic animate and ask the tool to see which animation is best for your game. So you could have a playful one. I love this one. It's playful, hey. So we will add playful to all of them. and then we go back and we can have a look and see if the buttons when we're clicking are working. That's very important. So before you share, you're going to click on present and then have a look at your presentation or your game to see if it's playing the way that it's supposed to. You're going to click on start and then it goes to correct, so that's wrong, and that's where you're going to start fixing the tabs and buttons so that they go to the correct place. I do want to show you that if you have a correct, you can go to your elements, or you could use freesound.org to look for cheering or people making a yay on your audio. So you can go to audio. If you don't have a Canva Pro, then it's I like the kids cheering. So on all of my correct slide, I'm going to add the cheering so that it makes the person who's playing excited, and it's just not a stupid game, it's a good game. Your game and your links, now you can go to the last page. You're going to duplicate one of the correct pages and make it a congratulations. Your congratulations, you're going to duplicate this page because you want to add a kiddies typing game. You're going to add a kiddies typing game that the kids are absolutely going to enjoy. So let's remove that image and add another Nano banana image that we created from there to ask people to join him on a typing game. And we're going to go to our buttons on our graphics to add a play now button. So we're going to go to graphics and see if we can find a nice colorful button that we can use for play now. So now you've added your button and you're ready to add a link to a game that's free, that's online. Search for typingbird.com, and then through all of these games that are here, they are free for kids. You search and you find a game that goes hand in hand with what you are playing. So this particular game is called Fruit Fall. If we click on it to open, because it goes hand in hand with what we have created, we have a fruits and veg game. So we're going to open this one and then we're going to link it to our game. So Fruit Fall, you're going to scroll down and then you can start and have a look at how the game is played. But all you do, you copy the URL. So you highlight, you right click, you copy, and then you head over to your game. And your play now button, you're going to click on the three dots and then link the game to your quiz. So I've added the link to there and I'm going to click done. And I'm going to make sure that the button that I've added also has the link, because I want when the kids click, it must work. So I'm going to paste the link again and click on done. And the link is there. If we have a look at the last page, so for example, if I go to view this and if I go to view this and I go to the play now, and when I click there, it takes the people that have bought your digital product straight to the game. And when they get here, the kids can start playing the Fruit Fall game. And it helps them to type. If you enjoy this kind of content, please go find this video where you can find other quizzes that are available on Canva. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you with our next video.